Welcome in, Pirate fans, to tonight's podcast of Williamsburg Football, speaking with head coach Rob Woodward. Coach, congratulations on your win with Greenup County there. You went from 3 rushing teams predominantly, and then you had to defend what is one of the top quarterbacks in the area. How did you guys think you did when you broke down the film?
Well, thanks, Gene. Giving us some recognition there, because I'll tell you what, our boys been working hard, and you're right. We played 3 running teams in those first 3 weeks, and man, was it a turnaround here to look at outstanding quarterback in terms of what Graham's quarterback was able to do. There was one particular pass play in mention. He was on the opposite hash over on our sidelines, threw it to his sidelines, clear across to the other sideline on a line. Timing-wise, our guy got there and made the tackle with it, but I thought, man, what a throw to make clear across the field like that. But he had a heck of an arm and ability to really see the field and see things well, and really posed a different threat to us that we had to get our guys ready for. You know, kind of going back to Granville, we experienced some of that at Granville as well. Them kind of spreading the ball sideline to sideline with their passing game, but I thought our guys did a great job. Aside from the first drive, let's throw that one out the window. That was a deer in headlights kind of look that our guys gave a little bit on that. And we've corrected some of those things, worked on how to get better at that and improve in our play, and turned around there the rest of the game. And really, I thought did an outstanding job going all the way down to the end of the game when we had a goal line stand down there with what could have been 2 interceptions. 2 chances at interceptions on that for those final 2 plays of their last possession.
Coach, one thing that I did notice is offensively, it seems like you're kind of developing, growing. You know, Vastine catching a touchdown pass, Josh Clark catching a touchdown pass. You had Maxie in there. Maxie poses a different threat. Seems like now you're kind of getting these guys that didn't get reps last year who are now getting more reps. Seems like you're getting a little bit more comfortable with these guys offensively moving forward.
Yeah, Aaron at quarterback is becoming more comfortable with all of his different options and where we're trying to go on certain plays and what he has. And, of course, he's got to develop a relationship really with those guys as receivers, older guys and younger guys. He's thrown with them throughout the summer and different times, but, it's not really until you get into game pressure situation that you are as a quarterback distributing the ball and knowing where to go with it and who can do what where and who's going to be open in certain situations. He's really learning, but we've got guys that are also learning how they can better develop. Corey Maxey was one that was injured there early on in the season, which has been the case for a number of guys, and it's really just caused us to jostle some players around, and we've got certain guys that we count on a little more on defense or a little more on offense, and trying to work guys at different positions. But, yeah, Adams, big touchdown catch and ability. He's got great speed and take it to the house. And Josh Clark has been a threat for us that we've been utilizing. Worked him some on defense and some on offense as well. And a young guy that does some nice things and has had some experience with Aaron, being both in the same class and playing together. So, our offense is always one that you've got to be able to distribute the ball to different athletes, really try to maintain a run-pass balance, and I think we're getting better with that every week.
We and you talked before we went on here about a player in Jay Holsinger that has moved to the fullback position for you offensively, and that kind of gives you another option with another blocking person out there. But your offensive line has been exceptional since the start of the season, but adding that element has to be nice for you and your staff.
Yeah, and we've really been hard on our guys up front because we told them we expect a lot out of them. We've been trying to really get better and better with some things that some adjustments we needed to make with different things, and our line has done a great job of growing. And Jay's one that has played the running back position up through the ranks as he's been coming on, and we kind of moved him last year and more really this year to the line position because he's just great in the weight room. Jay's one of the hardest workers that we have. I mean, day in and day out, he is recognizing what he needs to do in the weight room, and in his conditioning. And, we really we're looking for big things from him. And lo and behold, it happened to be that we needed to get him back in the backfield. And, we've done that and used him some in some blocking situations, and he's getting better every day that we rep plays offensively of even carrying the football. So he's improving in that and the ability to catch it out of the backfield. Jay's just been somebody that we can use in a number of different positions. He's as offenses like to label him the H-back, in the today's spread offense. Jay's really become an H-back. It's more like a tight end / fullback / running back there that can be used in a number of different ways, and has done a great job.
Coach, you move on to Jackson, and Jackson is 4-0 and hasn't lost any, and it's always a tough place to play up there. What do the Pirates have to do to come out winners for Friday night?
Well, Jackson's always physical. They always do a great job of attacking both offensively and defensively at the line of scrimmage. Coach Hall has his guys in terms of just consistency, very sound in how they run their offensive plays and their defensive sets. Alignment-wise, and then just aggressiveness to the ball is always something that poses a huge threat that we've got to make sure that we are taking into account and being ready for. Again, on both sides, they also always are extremely aggressive special teams-wise in what they do. So all three phases of the game has got to be something that we are working to better ourselves with, and our coaches have done a great job all week of just making sure that we've got the right personnel, and we're utilizing our personnel to the best of their ability, not putting them in situations where they're going to, we're setting them up for failure. And there's so many things you want to do as a coach, but then you got to really recognize, okay, what can you do, and what are your guys good at doing, and let's make sure we focus on that and get better at that. And I think we've done that this week.
Well, Coach, good luck. You move on to try to get to 3-2 on the season. Any final thoughts before we move on this week?
No, just excited to see a big crowd follow us up there to Jackson. Not far up the road, but a great facility there. And both towns really respect their football programs, so we're just looking for another great high school football game. These first 4 games that we have been quality opponents, and aside from one that kind of got out of hand, not in our favor, they've all been great football games that has really tested our kids, and that's what you want, is the ability to go out and challenge your kids. And I think this game in itself will be another one, and they're looking for a big crowd to come out and support our guys and the hard work that they put in this week. That's
Coach Rob Woodward with this week's thoughts on Friday's matchup with Jackson. If you can't be there, hopefully you can. Tune into BurgFan.com. We'll have all the play-by-play action. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Go Bird.